Hello and welcome to another episode of Code Tech Central Learn C++ ASAP. Today we're going to be talking about variables and constants, how to name them, how to declare and initialize variables, and we're going to go over some arithmetic operators. So here we are. Here's our source code, and you can download the source code as usual. You can copy it or type it up, whichever you prefer. Um, the first thing you'll notice in our source code is this define statement here. And as you notice, this is a way of defining a constant. This is another way of defining a constant using this constant. You gotta using this constant keyword along with integer. I named this variable num2 and I initialized it with 2. Here, in doing it this way, you don't need to put an equal sign. You don't need to say whether it's an integer or whatever. And as you can see, you don't even need the semicolon at the end of the statement. So that's how you declare a constant in C++. Scroll down here for a second. This is our code that we have written earlier. Here you see us we've declared a variable called answer. Something about naming variables in C++, it's case sensitive. So this variable is different from this variable, which is different from this variable. As you can see, these will be three different variables because of the case of the characters. C++ is good to use variables with a meaningful name instead of, let's say, a variable called p, whereas it's hard to define what does p stand for. So it's good to have meaningful names. You can't have a variable start with a number, such as 8, so that wouldn't be correct. But you can have the number at the end like that. That would be correct. So this is wrong. You don't want to do this. You'll get errors. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is some arithmetic operators. Oh, and additionally, you can also have like colons in the variables. So you can have something like that. That's good too. That. Okay, so here we're going over some arithmetic operators. Um, you can see a statement that we wrote here. We're using the answer and the two constants that we set up earlier. And this statement is just printing out and showing you what the operation is. Here we're doing a plus. This is the multiplication, subtraction, division, and this is called the modulus operator. And what it gives is the remainder. So let's say you did a division. As you can see when we run the program, you'll see that the division doesn't give you the remainder. It gives you an integer, and in order to get the remainder, what's left over from the division, you can use this modulus operator, and that will give that to you. So without any further delay, I'm going to go ahead and run this code. I've already compiled it, so we'll go ahead and run it so you can see. And there we have it. We have these different arithmetic operations, and as you can see, this modulus operator gives the remainder. So go ahead, download this, play around with it, and I'll talk to you next time.